Hello. Yeah, I know that was kind of a long starting soon.
Google, show me this guy's balls, please.
You just. Congrats on. Congratulations on being first. Absolute. And hello. Hi. Hi, Monchi. Hi, Joette. Have a good lunch, Joette. Hi, Duckling. Hi, Pika. Have a good lurk and stream, Pika. Hi, Odd. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Not gonna lie, I was a little scared because I got when I tried to open the game at first, it gave me some kind of message where it was like, right, game was unable to sync the save data for whatever the hell. You may permanently lose progress. And I'm like, please don't do that. We're on the last case. At least let me finish the game. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Ooh. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Wait a second. I feel like we already read all this, but that's fine, whatever. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you two. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. Okay, I guess he's just saying that that's like the version, she's like a version of Mia if she had become a prosecutor instead. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Wait, whoa, hold on, what? Whoa, okay, my bad. Oops. We were on the wrong save. That was before the trial started. But, yeah. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Objection!
Oh, that was the wrong one. Damn it! That's okay. That's okay, that's okay. It's a little less okay. I forgot how much health we were losing. It might not be okay. Wait. Clear sky. Last call. The witness's statement is clearly... No, that's wrong. It's a little hard to remember what was going on before we left, not gonna lie. We're gonna go ahead and, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of victim's blood, no prints. Died within an hour and a half before p.m. Found in the car track. I still don't... We'll try this one. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Okay, well... Ugh. Security room, telephone. We don't know which one I'm supposed to use in this situation. I might be absolutely fucked. Wait to see what she says about all the, when we press her on all the statements again. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. I love that. I freaking love Edgeworth. The lunch lady's misinformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is... Oh my god, I hate yawning. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Stark, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Here to join. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room... Oh, the security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. So we know hold on. We know that she was right around here. Right-ish around here. When she saw the lady right here stabbing the guy right here. And then she stuffed him in the car. Which is Edgeworth's car. The security room probably couldn't see from right there because there's a big wall in the way. It doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, but it still covers a good bit. At least I don't think it went to the ceiling.
Everyone,
A day man, that's it!
day man.
Fighter of the night man! Champion
Thank you, Rod.
of the sun!
That might just be what we needed to help solve this case, Odd. Thank you. But also at the same time, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. We'll keep floundering around. Wake the train of thought. Thanks, Odd. I actually can't remember what I'm talking about, and that enrages me. Property of Lana Sky, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Oh, ads are starting in 5 minutes, I'm sorry. Victim's memo on the car trunk. Can I actually, no, I can't? Okay. Okay, name of deceased, Bruce Goodman. 36 male, date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from the chest wound. Assessment, found dead. Wound. How the fuck? Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Oh, hi, Glenn. Maybe I shouldn't just assume anytime it's the shout-out that it's Grant. Well, never mind. Hi, Grant. There's really nothing else on here besides the button? For the buttons? Wait, can I? That's the only one? Really? I can't... Rim, you know how, the story of the wise men had like, in like the birth of baby Jesus, they're like following the star, and because they were shown like visions of it or something. I feel like that would be you with Dr. Pepper. Like, you would get visions of Dr. Pepper, and then you would see a beacon in the sky that no one else could see, and it would lead you to Dr. Pepper. And you would make the voyage without question. I mean, this might just be a situation where we just have to throw every single thing that we have in her face. Okay, so that's not... Yep. Yeah, that's how it's built. There. Okay, somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Did you know Dr. Pepper doesn't even have a fucking PhD? We're fraud. Trace the victim's blood, no prints. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered at 5:12 p.m. I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. No, I am not a doctor either. He's not even a fucking licensed plumber. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Objection!
Please, something, please, God. Nope. Hey, Grim, you're not feeling like a silly old guy at all. And your tism is low today. It's just because of your lack of Dr. Pepper? Did the Dr. Pepper fuel you, Grim? Like dying planets fuel a black hole? My God, all the stats are low today. Hold on. Please. Angie. We need to make an Angie counter. Wait, no, or not a counter, a percentage thing. But we know we have so many as it is. Oh, Grim, can you post the, or can you link, or not link, oh wait, hold on. Can you do the Discord thing so that I can pin it? It never lets me pin my own messages. I wanted to just have it pinned for, like, the stream. Thank you, Grim. You are very appreciated. You're epic. Thank you. Okay, now to go back to having no fucking idea what we're doing. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. That's not... There's only one link that needed to be posted, Odd. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed cannot set do not. But when I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, a garage car.
Objection!
Goddammit. Hold on. So the murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it.
Objection!
Hell, there it goes. Wait, serious? Oh my god. Yeah, okay, fine. Hurry up. I may have called for help. That may have been what just happened. Sorry, there was silence for a minute. I had to throw out a lifeline. Oh shit! The lifeline is here! Hi, Cass! What the fuck? What are those messages? Is that fucking Morse code? What is that? Rats, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do right now. Go through angel statements for me, please, Goober. Okay. Fine. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I pressed her on every single statement, by the way. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. You don't have to tell me outright, just like some kind of hint or something. Unless it's the kind of thing that you can only say outright, which is like fine. I could sit here and go statement by statement, using every single... Can you press? Oh shit. By garage car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. But Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person who you saw, you're sure it was the defendant? I saw them from no further than 30 feet away. Wait. I'm certain it was her.
Objection!
You're okay, well that one wasn't it? There's something like in the back of my brain that's like, through the wire fence I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Hey, check it out, he's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Norma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it.
Objection!
No, hold on. I'm like 90% sure I did. Hold on.
Hold it!
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you up the force, Miss Star. This is bad. She got them all thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. Was it premeditated? Okay. Okay, it's my stuff for guilty. Let's keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. And then, like, the whole... What the fuck? The Lush Lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Oh shit. Do you have a thing against prosecutors? That's what she says. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was flight. Oh my god, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Fully. Oh. Whatever. Eh. It's grim. Libras. Like I'd cut out an experience from my life and mark it as something I never have to do again. That would be one of them. No, laid off, she was fired. And the prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Holy fuck. I hope you all don't super mind that extended random ass break. I hate having to do shit like that, but... Okay. Wright said, I'm a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue.
Hold it!
Yeah, we've already done this one. She has multiple boyfriends.
Hold it!
Jesus Christ, I need a shower. Mommy!
Objection!
I have been led astray! It's okay. Ah, this is pissing me off. Shindrak. I am so fucking stuck, dude. Shindrak, you know this game, right? Yeah, I pressed all the info. The only extra thing we got was her adding the thing about the rubber gloves at the end. Any evidence that contradicts the rubber gloves? Trace the victim's blood, no fingerprints. It must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. We've already heard that. Right, at this point, oh my god. I have presented the cell phone. Well, okay. I guess it doesn't matter if I presented it on one statement because you have to try it on all of them. Which is fucking incredibly frustrating.
Oh, because Dennis is a bastard man!
You get that one every time, Ballistic. Literally every time. Hi, Ballistic. Good man. I wish they would add Dennis Reynolds to Dead by Daylight. I'd play it if they did, to be honest. That's Cass, that's my Cass summoning dance. Well, Cass messaged me, or, said, I messaged her in DMs while I was gone to, apologize for summoning her. When I had to fucking leave immediately. She told me what I'm supposed to do, but, like, I don't know how to get the message that I need to present the evidence on the message that I need it for. Game begins. Ah, yes, the implications. What is said when you press the statement? This? What if she was... Yeah, then Edgeworth cuts in and he says that there was a, it's in the... Like, it's literally in, like, a part of the evidence that they took from her. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. Why can't we see the gloves in the evidence? The kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do a murder. Premeditated crime! Wow! It was all planned. If she can prove this plan, the trial's already over. I've got to find a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. And we've already heard all this like 8 times. I'm not gonna lie, most of the stuff that Emma said was kind of really unhelpful. She's kind of like the opposite of Maya. Hey. Change of perspective? That didn't happen as claimed. Her call was interrupted, right?
Objection!
She called her. The witness's statement is clearly faulty. God damn it, man! I saved earlier.
Objection!
Check like. This point, I know for a fact, once I find out what the thing that I'm supposed to do is, it's only gonna make me angry. Like, sorry, not angry, frustrated. It's gonna feel so obvious, god damn it, of course. There's no chance I haven't done this, right? No, I have. I tried it when I got back. Waste of time. I don't know. Does this fucking... Oh my god. Oh, no, that's totally okay, Shindrak. I just, I'm like... so emotionally drained right now. Not from the game or the stream or anything. Some shit I had to deal with.
Objection!
Are you fucking serious? I'm so mad. Witness, do you know what this is? I swear to God I've done that one. Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. But the knife. The knife. The knife that was in the Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Defendant was the prosecutor for the district, right? What? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? What the fuck? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. I didn't even fucking think that. Oh my god, that's like actually soul crushing. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order. Right, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Mr. Wright. I believe that next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Are you fucking serious, Edgeworth? Really? What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole into the premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution would care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. Which it wasn't. Why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Really now? What do I... Really? The angels did good deduction. Good. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. What? He was stabbed once. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza... Oh, fuck, So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Dude. Emma is just not hitting it. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I should press every statement, but I know which one I need to press. Already. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm going to tell you, rookie. I believe that she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again, rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. She really just said nuh-uh. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. He might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came from the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered. I'm sure he had reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. So much of her stuff is just assumptions. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. He is just a brat, actually. It is brat behavior to be defying your boyfriend in court and antagonizing him for a reaction. No, you're definitely right on that. Like, my opinion of him switched very quickly during the 4th trial. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. Oh, I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? I hate her so much. I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good at metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us more basis? Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Alright, we have to use a, I know what to do for that one. A human machine? That's a contradiction. What? Please. Can you find both with something of substance, Mr. Wright? No? Note to self. Mr. Edgeworth's eyes smell like citrus fruit. What? You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chopped into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Stars turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Her short wick burns out the fastest. It's the scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Alright. Where's the autopsy? One knife wound. You say she stabbed him again and again? Wait, you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under your feet as we speak, Nestor. What do you mean? I couldn't have to explain this. But take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to the loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! But so, Mr. Edgeworth, I pointed it out! What a hon! She's a hero! He's my hero, really! What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness. You get the crime scene. You what? you got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I also believe no one could have mistaken ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. ... The red muffler... Muffler? It looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Intended murder detective, that's why she called him. Prosecutor's office. Had a grudge against the victim. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Red muffler? What the hell is a red muffler? Right.
Objection!
Don't wear a scarf. Richter, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. I'd love had you really shitting on his own client. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Hi, Gusto. Huh? What that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be this utterly clueless.
I am one in a trillion.
Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Oh, thank you, Gusto. Thank you for the care package. Gabagool, gabagool. Oh my god. The witness? Oh, my bad. Either way, someone who's supposed to be helping prove or helping him make his case. Get me in, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But I was there. A scarf. No, not that. That's something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What do you mean, Grim? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. Command specifies black or triggering the vocal pin. So if not, it doesn't count. Grim? Are you hearing things? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run it behind the partition of her side. Behind the partition to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor said made to escape, but where are you at, Grim? Or hey, take out that! You cannot out the order. How dare you? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. Pop-up queen. Ugh. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, the cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I am not gaslighting you, Grim. Look at that cat, how are you doing? The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocks my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. I am not a lying liar! Sure, a lying liar. I'm gonna add... A little bit of my soul has been drained from the previous interruption, but it's okay. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. Oh my... Your cross-examination, if you will. Ren, I'm gonna make a counter for you for every time you lie. How's that, huh? I'm not gonna lie, though. I actually have thought about getting, tying the lie command to a sound clip of 11 from Stranger Things going, Ren, don't lie. Or the fucking apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off at her side. Rarely! I didn't mean you don't ever! You little lying liar! Also, Cass, what'd you eat, if I can ask? Oh, no, Shindrak, she's absolutely into her. Chicken curry with quinoa? Holy shit. That sounds delicious. Oh wait. After the murder, the suspect fled behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, arrested her on the spot. Right. So where's this partition on the floor plan? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Rick quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You say quickly? Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her on more details? Press her, yes. I don't think there's ever a time when you're not supposed to just press them more. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was here. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in Block B. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain-link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed! It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. So how did the next guy not get away? Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Spooky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just the one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? You can't mean... What phone? Do you mean this cell phone discovered at this crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, Brim, I'm pretty sure she was distracted by Tibby. By Tibby Tibbs. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone... Okay, we're back! You did, of course, add this to your testimony. Testimony? More like Ricky, Mommy. Sorry. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. On a cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:15. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall, but she had to use her cell phone instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony to the court? Uh-huh! I was going to ask the same thing! I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim. God damn it. Hi, Keely. I'm not gonna say whether or not you got me with that. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her phone.
I gotta sing the doom song now.
So she pulled her phone, her own cell phone out of her pocket. What? Phantom, thank you so much for the raid. God damn it, Keely. Hello. Hi, Robia. Thank you so much for the raid, Phantom. Phantom must speak a word so that Grim may strike. How is your stream? And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm... Hello! The chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh, good. I'm really glad it went well. What is it, Mr. Wright? Right. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. He made to escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Foie gras. I'm gonna say that in the worst way possible. Foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it... Nice 20 stream streak, roadblocked. What does that mean? You need a job. Is that a bad thing to see that you've been here 20 times? Foyer grass. Yeah, have a wonderful night. Phantom, I hope you have good sleep. And thank you so much for the raid again. Can we get the big shout out for Phantom if we haven't already? But it's strange. Who? What's that? But she wanted to escape. Why didn't she run the other way? The other... Her parking lot entrance. That's right! That's right! That doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind a partition to the oil drums. ... Excellent! More mysteries! I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. Yee, thank you, Grim. So Miss Sky tried to run? I'm sorry, my sister... Oh my god. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. Oh, he was playing Dispatch. That game looks fun. But she didn't do it! You have to believe me! After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition. Blah blah blah. I asked her to call, explain her rights, arrest her on the spot. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Saw it all, tried to use her cell phone instead. I should have saved. Oh, I should have saved. Fuck. basement. Run. There's no need to post this again. Why though? Oh my god.
Objection!
Nope. Oh my god. Oh, the freaking. I'm gonna be like go 100% honest. The stuff I was having to do during the break earlier kind of put me in a really bad headspace to be doing this right now. So, I think for right now, I think we're gonna end for tonight just because I'm like not in mentally a good space to be doing this. Mainly because I can't fucking think about anything properly. So we're gonna go ahead and write out. I know it's really sudden. Wait, what? I have a story that has nothing to do with anything and it's a bit long. Do you want to hear it out? Oh my god, Glam, I'm so sorry. Do you want to post it to the Discord? Glam, whatever it was, I absolutely want to know. I always want to hear your old stories. Always. I think when we come back, we are now. Look, I think when we come back, we're gonna start on this one. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna see who's on to raid, and then I'm gonna go take a very hot shower. If I have a raid suggestion, suggest away. Is it... Wait, hold on. I wonder if I know who it is. Let me look at who's on really quick, and then see if I know who it was. I think I know who it is. Is it... Graham, does their name start with a P? No, I was trying to find someone with a name that started with P, but it's like an outrageously stupid word or something. And I was gonna start a raid to them and then switch it to Pika, but I just don't have the energy. Pika Master. Thank you all very much for hanging out, even if we didn't make shit for progress in this stream, and most of it was waiting. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. And I will see you. Oh, we're gonna be doing the community nights on Wednesday from now on, because that's what most people voted. That works out better for me too. So I'm kind of glad y'all chose Wednesdays. But yeah, if anyone wants to, we do community nights on Wednesday nights, and that's tomorrow night. And we'll be doing stuff tomorrow. I don't know what. It might be a movie, it might be playing stuff, who knows?